Hi,
My name is Bridget Carlson.
my name is Sasha Farabee.
All right, this is our model. We will be telling you about the extrinsic muscles of the larynx, specifically the four infrahyoids and the structures they attach to. In this video, we are going to talk about the extrinsic muscles of the larynx, specifically the four infrahyoid muscles. We're going to do a little review first, as we learned from our last section, which covered the respiratory system. This is the sternum, which 7 of our ribs are directly attached to. Here are the clavicle bones, and posterior to the clavicle bones are our scapulae, or shoulder blades. In black Sharpie, you'll see the cartilaginous rings of the trachea. The most superior ring is called the first tracheal ring. Connected to the superior portion of the first tracheal ring is the cricoid, marked here in gold. The cricoid is an unpaired cartilage of the larynx. It's narrow anteriorly and wider posteriorly, and is a complete ring. Another unpaired cartilage, and the largest cartilage of the larynx, is the thyroid cartilage, which is attached to the lateral aspects of the cricoid by the cricothyroid joint, just here. Here in light gray are the inferior horns of the thyroid. Here in green are the superior horns of the thyroid. The superior horns extend upwards and connect via ligaments in the thyrohyoid membrane here to the hyoid bone. The hyoid bone is U-shaped. It's a floating bone. The hyoid bone is not attached to other bones and is open posteriorly. In the anterior portion, here is the body or corpus. Projecting posteriorly in the seafoam green are the greater horns of the hyoid. Here in dark gray are the lesser horns of the hyoid bone, which project anteriorly. Now we're going to talk about some of the extrinsic muscles of the larynx, specifically the infrahyoid muscles. The infrahyoid muscles have one point of attachment either to the hyoid bone or another laryngeal cartilage. The other point of attachment is to a structure outside of the larynx, such as the sternum or the clavicle bones. Each of the four infrahyoid bones are bilateral, as there is one on each side. Here in blue is the thyrohyoid muscle, which connects inferiorly to the oblique line of the thyroid lamina and superiorly to the greater horn of the hyoid. The thyrohyoid draws the hyoid and thyroid closer to each other. Just inferior to the thyrohyoid muscle is the oblique line of the thyroid lamina. The sternothyroid muscle is here in yellow. It connects to the oblique line of the thyroid and travels down to connect to the sternum. The function of the sternothyroid depresses the hyoid bone and larynx. In green here, you'll see the sternohyoid muscle. They attach to the body of the hyoid and travel downward and attach to the clavicle and sternum. The function of the sternohyoid is to depress the hyoid bone and the larynx. Both the sternothyroid and the sternohyoid muscles depress the larynx. The last of the infrahyoid muscles is the omohyoid muscle, here in purple. The omohyoids connect to the inferior border of the hyoid and travel down to connect to the scapulae. The function of the omohyoid muscles are to depress and retract the hyoid bone. When the infrahyoid muscles contract, they pull the entire larynx downward, lowering the larynx. They're contracting, 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 thus lowering the larynx. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed.
Thanks.